All right. Afternoon, everybody. Moss in the building. Bog office in the building. Let's get this started. Now, hoping Ricky Purcell goes to the Lions and Dolphins. Lions going for Kool-Aid also. All right, let's get this started. You guys don't realize that I've been gone a couple of days, which is great because tonight is what I've been looking forward to for a long time. This will be our fourth annual NFL draft here tonight. Ravens in the building. Um, and like I said, I've been saying it last 3 weeks now. Minnesota is going to be the story tonight. I know the Jets and Giants are trying to trade up. Giants trying to get uh, J.J. McCarthy. Jets trying to get one of those receivers. But Aaron Rodgers has given the Jets the marching orders that to get Brock Bowers at 10. Let me see what Moss says. I'm going to find out right now what of Finns took Penix Jr. if that was. I don't see the Dolphins doing that at all. I think, like I've been saying about the Dolphins, that this a team that is, you don't know what they're doing. You know, now they only got two good receivers in Waddle and Tyreek. To me, the tight end position is weak. Their offensive line is not even mediocre. Defense is good. As always, Chris Greer did a great job in the off season. I gave them the fourth best off season. They was third to Houston. Got a good buddy at wide receiver, Diggs. So you know, just mock draft. I haven't looked at mock drafts. I really haven't looked at mock drafts. All I know is that J.J. McCarthy came out on Tuesday and said no team has seen him more and spoke to him more than the Giants and the Jets. Rodgers has given his seal of approval about Brock Bowers. So, but Minnesota's the story, folks. I guess I can bet on NFL draft picks. Didn't realize. I guess I can bet on NFL draft picks. I didn't realize. Yeah, that's the way the draft works. You're gonna find out people who you never even heard of get drafted, or people who is projected to go lower to go higher, and people who are supposed to go higher go lower. That's how the NFL any draft works. You know, guys fall, bad interviews, detectives finds out things about these players. You know, nobody knows. That's the beautiful thing about tonight. Other than Caleb Williams, it's wide open. Other than Caleb Williams, the guaranteed number one pick in the draft. Everything else I don't see going in order as people think. Tennessee wants to trade up a little bit to give either Neighbors or Marvin Harrison. Arizona is willing to trade with Minnesota, but Minnesota, I have nothing but crickets from them. And the last thing I heard from them was, and this was like 2 weeks ago, if they can't get the quarterback they want, they will wait till next year and be in the Shador Sanders sweepstakes. So, uh, Minnesota, in a lot of ways, their future is tonight because why would you settle with the fifth quarterback in the draft or the sixth quarterback in the draft? And that would be Bo Nix and Michael Penix when they're not in the top 10 in the draft. You get what I'm saying? What I mean by that is, let's say a team like, let's pick a team. Trying to think a team that in the bottom that can use a quarterback. All right, let's say a team like the Raiders, right? if they take a Penix, to the media, it's a great pick. They'll celebrate it because they kind of like Penix. But the football people who matter the most, they're gonna be saying, "Oh, that was a reach. Oh, they were desperate at 13 to get a quarterback." Now, if you get a Penix at 20 on down, then that's a good safe pick if you need a quarterback that low. You feel me, fellas? Let me see. One says, "Why you leave every group you ever make, Governor?" I simply ask you, why you hoping for Spuds win this? Oh, he's talking to Bogoff, talking World Cup soccer. So let me find one more. Then I'll start letting you guys know what I'm hearing so far. While I'm looking for that, let me talk about the NBA and the NHL the last couple of nights. I'll start with the NHL. Boy, Moss, did it get quiet in Edmonton or what late last night, about 1:20 in the morning? This is why, folks, the two series I focus on in each sport, there's one in each sport, soccer, hockey, and the NBA. In the NBA, it's the Clippers and the Mavericks, and the NHL is Edmonton and LA. I knew LA was going to come back strong in game two, and they did. They had a 4-2 lead. Of course, Edmonton's at home, the momentum, the crowd, and they tied it up. And then in overtime, a minute and 6 seconds. And McDavid could have won the game in overtime, but the puck went off his stick. And Kopitar, what a career he's had. And I want to thank Andrzej Kopitar because he helped me win a hockey fantasy league championship about 14 years ago. So he scores the winning goal, and Edmonton, that arena was like a morgue. And I kept telling people, Edmonton, LA is what it is, folks, in the NHL. Moss's Bruins came back strong and shut that crowd up in Toronto last night, 2-1 Boston now. And in a series which is shocking a lot of people, and me and Moss went back and forth about this the other night, if Moss can remember. And I told him that the Vegas Golden Knights is the little engine that could. They have no superstars. They're a faceless team to me. They even made Jack Eichel faceless. And yet, they got a Stanley Cup. 6 of their 7 years they've been in the league, they made the playoffs and two Stanley Cup trips, including a championship. So Dallas is down 2-0. To me, listening to what's our good buddy um on and I should know his name um on TNT last night. He said that Dallas is going to come back and win two straight. He's out of his goddamn mind. That series is over. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a sweep now. Because when that plane lands in Vegas, it's snake eyes for the Dallas Stars. And what a waste of a season. And again, that's Peter DeBoer for you as head coach. You got these head coaches, Paul Maurice, Ron Washington in baseball, uh, Peter DeBoer in the NHL, Don Nelson, George Carl in the NBA. When these guys get to a certain point, they don't finish the job. Okay, they don't finish the job. So Dallas, you can fare them and Abdul. Rangers are looking strong. Carolina, the boring ass team you ever known. The Islanders blew it the other night, up 3-0. Winnipeg fought after winning game one that the Magic carpet ride continued. Instead, Colorado laid the smackdown the other night on the Winnipeg Jets up in Winnipeg. Am I missing any? And the Panthers are up 2-0. on Tampa. So that's the NHL. Let me get to the NBA, and then we'll get to the Zach Wilson will wear number 10. I get the feeling he's going to end up the starter in Denver. I do. I think the Broncos came to their senses that they're not going to get one of the top four quarterbacks. They're not going to settle for Penix and Bo Nix, so they went out and got Zach Wilson and see what Zach can do. Maybe Peyton can get the best out of him. I'm going to read the chat room in a minute. All right, T. Higgins could be moved. I'm looking at it right here. And Higgins wants out of Cincinnati. And fascinating how that team all of a sudden has fallen. Isn't it? Wow. Interesting. Let me see what else he's going to have here. A lot of teams want to trade down. I think that's the wise thing to do. A lot of these teams want to move up to get offensive linemen. It's looking more and more that the Patriots are open for business tonight and is willing to trade out the free spot. I do buy that. Like I told you, Tennessee, the Jets, and the Giants want to move up. That's three teams that you can move up with them, especially Tennessee and the Giants, because they're 6 and 7. It won't take much to move out of 3 to 6 and 7. And if you want the Minnesota package, I think Minnesota, if they willing to do it, is going to have to sweeten the pot. So, so we'll see what they do. This is why. Uh, uh, you know me, I gotta stick it to the Dolphin fan, and I'm gonna do it right now. All right, Tyreek Hill confirms he has 10 children from 4 different women. He had 4 children this past year. I tell you, damn Tyreek, god damn. Wow. Okay, let me see what else. Let me see what else is going on draft wise. Uh, Micah Parsons is in town to do his show tonight. So Caleb Williams has arrived. All these guys are showing up. Amar St. Brown, if you missed this yesterday, got $120 million. And the Lions also gave to me one of the best lineman prospects, and God knows when. This is the guy I wanted the Dolphins to take in 2021. Penei Sewell, $112 million extension for 4 years. And like I said, and it's looking like it now, isn't it, gang? The receivers, Devontae Smith, Waddle. I forgot which other receiver went in that draft. You're talking Sertan Jr. of the second. Of course, uh, Jalen Phillips, uh, Travis Etienne, just to name a few guys. helped that 2021 draft because me, an NBA fan, got into it the other night. The quarterbacks were bomb, and this is make or break year for Sunshine down in Jacksonville. And they don't if they don't make any move, I'm talking about like playoff wise, and they let uh Houston run that division, it's gonna be very interesting in Jacksonville next offseason. Of course they'll pick up the fifth year option. That's not the question. The question is, will they be healthy enough? 'Cause I'm telling you right now, Tennessee wants to move up a couple spots. They're at seven. They want to move up to like five to guarantee them one of those two receivers. I will talk more about Tennessee tonight and definitely tomorrow night because they have multiple picks. Tonight the Vikings, the Jets, the Giants, uh, uh, Tennessee. I took Buffalo and Kansas City off because I don't think they're going to go wide receiver in the first round. They'll wait till tomorrow night, uh, and then they'll do some more on Saturday afternoon. Um, we'll do the Chargers tonight, Tennessee tonight, the Jets tonight, and the AFC. So those are the teams that I will be up here watching closely. Let's see what else. You know, yeah, right. The Giants want to trade up to number three. I don't see it happening for the Giants, unfortunately. And who knows what they do here. And I think the team that's going to be the most fascinating is going to be the Chargers because if Tennessee really wants to move up, like the word is out there, they're moving up to get a receiver. Everybody's looking for the next Puka Nuka. So, getting into it right now, the big boss man, Papa Bear in Chicago, Ryan Poles, um, we know what you're doing at number one, fam. Okay. And another player that's going to be fascinating tonight will be Jaden Daniels, who really, he said this last week, he's not feeling the Commanders. So that will be interesting tonight. That'll be very, very interesting tonight. So if you didn't hear, Hendrickson, once out of Cincinnati, and the Bengals said, um, Tobin says they're not planning on moving him. That's over money, of course. And Brad Holmes, who was dancing a couple of years ago in the draft room when they took Sewell after the Dolphins took Waddle, he's pumped up for tonight. He should be. Um, Detroit's going to be very interesting. We'll talk about that Saturday night when I do my predictions. I always predict what I think is going to happen and I stick with it. So we'll do that tonight. All right, AJ Brown has started contract extension talks with the Eagles. Chase Daniel told the told Trey Ringo that he only had energy for 13 of the 32 first round picks. I don't blame him. That's why me tonight, I'll just let it happen. I really don't care who goes here or there tonight. I just know that Caleb is going to be number one. From the Commanders down, who the hell knows? Seriously, who knows? All right. Interesting. So, where they're at tonight? They're in Detroit. That's a good place to do the draft. Detroit's is great. Chicago Bears has unveiled their brand new $4 billion dome stadium, and I'll be back in a minute. And T go Knicks. Knicks can take care of that series tonight. What's up, Ant? Good to see everybody. So it's good to see everybody. Bargoff says plus 1,000 for Jaden Daniels to go three. Jake May to go two. I don't know, but uh, it will be interesting. I will say that. By the way, you can watch the draft simulcast on Moss's channel too tonight on Moss Sports World. Me, I'm gonna have Tackman. Hopefully, I can have Tackman playing killer with me up here tonight because he is a draft guru. So, you know, there we go. So you can listen to it there and watch it from his side if you choose to. Moss in the building. There you go. So again, if you want to see the draft, you can be in here tonight, and you could go to Moss's. You can go to anybody if you want to. You know, I'm a guy, but let me see something. I'm one of these guys, but there's so many sports outlets that you can go whoever you want to support. I just know that my room up here, we do it right. And if you just want to hear about the draft and no goofing off, none of these 20 guys talking at the same time bullshit, you come up here. Let me do this. Vote how many QBs go in the first round. I'm gonna say how many QBs. I'm gonna go five. I think the quarterback that drops is Bo Nix. Unless if the Broncos don't take Bo Nix, he drops out of the first round. Penix, I see a team reaching for Penix. And T in the building, everybody. Go New York, go New York, go for his Knicks up 2-0 tonight. And I could have sworn I saw Raven Knight in here too. I think Raven was in here. Let me see. I could have sworn Raven was in here. So if you're into the quarterbacks in this draft, I don't know. If you're here to see trades, welcome, because that's what I'm here for. Then tomorrow night, we're gonna have a big show. We're gonna follow the teams with a lot of picks in the second and third round. That is the Packers, that is the Steelers, that is the Eagles, that is Atlanta and Arizona. And we'll keep an eye on Kansas City and Buffalo if those two teams decide to go either receiver tonight or double up receiver. Speaking of that, did you hear the latest bullshit from Brett Veach, the Kansas City general manager? Oh my God. So all of a sudden, Brett, Condavious Tony is very important to you. If he was so goddamn important to you, okay, how come he didn't play in the playoffs? How come he didn't play in Super Bowl? But now all of a sudden, Rice gets in trouble, and you know Goodell's gonna hammer his black ass. And now all of a sudden, Condavious Tony is very important to the team. Cut the goddamn lies. The only reason why he's important now because you have nobody else on the roster but Hollywood Brown. You know how inconsistent he is. Okay? And now what the Chiefs are telling you is they need Condavious Tony because they don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, I don't see. I don't know. Maybe they will. I know Buffalo may triple down on receivers this weekend. He got Boston. Oh, Boston again. Yeah, I'll get to that. Okay. So now all of a sudden, Kadarius Tony is important to the Kansas City Chiefs. Really? I'm gonna say this right now, Brett. He drops a big catch or touchdown catch against San Francisco this year in Santa Clara. We're gonna see how important he is to your quarterback and your franchise player and the best quarterback in the world. Okay? Stop the lies. Just tell your fan base we're desperate right now. We are picking so low that we're gonna miss out on some of these great receivers, and I'm not willing to trade up. That's all you gotta say. That's all you gotta say. Iman in the building, I know, and I'm not kidding here. I know Iman is scratching his head about the Giants trying to move up to get JJ McCarthy tonight. Uh, Giants are still working that phone with New England and Arizona. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I'm being real with you. You know that. I do not know what to tell you, but it is worldwide. Giants looking to move up desperately. So, oh my God, when I read that about Condavious Tony important to the Chiefs all of a sudden, I swear to God, I fell out of my bed late last night. And I slept a long time last night, folks. I'm thinking of J.J. McCarthy for the fifth pick in 300. All right, Bargoff has been looking at those gambling lines. Iman said they're not moving up. We'll find out. That's the beautiful thing about tonight. We'll find out. Seriously, we will. That's the beautiful thing about tonight, folks. And I cannot wait for later tonight. And this is why America is such a great sports country, because we've been looking for this event for a long, long time. All right, Peyton Manning is ripping the Jets an a-hole because the way they treated Zach Wilson. I promise you one thing. I always liked Zach Wilson. I like this talent. He's going to the right place and to the right dude. Okay. What was I just looking for just now? Uh, Damn, I forgot what I was just looking for. It was. It wasn't. Damn, slipped my mind what I was looking for. When I think about it again, I'll get it. So, Tom Brady ripping today's young players, called them a bunch of selfish group of little men. I totally agree with that with Tom Brady. I totally agree. I forgot what I was looking at. Oh, let me finish this. That new Chicago Dome, $4 billion stadium that they're going to build in Chicago looks absolutely stunning. It's going to have a retractable roof, and you know, they're going to have a soccer field next to it. What else is new? Isn't it sad how baseball fields and basketball courts have been replaced by soccer fields across America? And what's that other shit? Skate parks. Isn't that something? And this Bear Stadium for rock concerts, they could put about 130,000 people in the stadium for rock concerts, which is incredible. I'm looking at it right now as I'm talking to you. So Chicago got it right by uh, by they're going to get the stadium, and I think it's great. Good for them. So congratulations to Chicago. Everybody's talking about the Oiler King game late last night, and again, I said it in that series is history right there. The biggest move in the history of pro sports happened between those two teams. I can't believe Moss, 36 years ago. Edmonton, LA. Moss is at work. Big Money Sean will be with me all night tonight. If you hear my phone make a sound, a whistle, that means Sean is hitting me up with what's going on. So, JJ McCarthy, his stock has really really risen. Dale Green getting his jersey retired today. Okay. So the Lions gave Alma Ross St. Brown 120 mil, 30 million a year, highest paid receiver in the history of football. Interesting. Just looking over some more news in the NFL because that's what matters right now. All right, according to this latest draft board, they, they got the Vikings trading up with Tennessee. I can see that if McCaffrey's on the board. Detroit and Miami trades in this latest uh, Packers are creaming all over this cornerback named Cooper DeJean. Oh my God, they're going crazy over him. So a lot of things going to be moving and shaking tonight, and I'll be back tonight at 7:30, a half hour before the draft to get everything set up. Oh man, what a day! What a day! What a day! Today, tomorrow night to me, to be honest with you, it's more interesting because tomorrow night teams got multiple picks. It's more fun when teams have multiple picks because you could just focus on those teams. I mean, teams that got one pick, yeah, so what? Just pick your player and go. We'll talk about it for a couple of minutes and then go before the next pick. And there are gonna be some players that drop down that teams are gonna steal. And that's the purpose of having multiple picks. That's the purpose of it. Because you can trade down, you can trade up, because you can work the room. So tonight's a big night. Teams are looking for a new Tank Dell. You know what's funny? And I'm gonna be a little biased here, but it's reality. Green Bay got their receiving core after the fifth round. Just saying. But it's like I said, and if you hate the hype of certain teams, one team that is gonna be the glamour team will be Houston. Texans will be everywhere. I'm gonna do the schedule that night when it comes out, and the first thing I'm gonna look at is who has the most prime time games. You had Lauro up here last week bragging, smelling himself that the Texans gonna have that they're gonna be on TV all the time. Next year they will be. The reason why? They had a great off season. They got a quarterback that a lot of people like. You know, like Tony Pauline um, thinks the Dolphins are gonna take Jackson Powers Johnson. That's the center from Oregon. They're making fun of the Seahawks fan base, the 12s, about them trading out tonight. Knowing Seattle, they would do something like that. They would do something stupid like that. Mm. You know what I'm saying? A lot of kids who go to the Senior Bowl, most of them do get drafted. Byron Murphy's stock has risen, the nose tackle from Texas. So we're going to see a lot tonight. The NFL people, the television people, upset that the Cowboys going to stay right where they are at 24. So it'll be a boring night for them when Dallas picks. They'll try and blow it up as they always do when it comes to Dallas. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's saying you better get a quarterback this weekend because next year's class sucks. Other than Shador Sanders, and I don't think you want to go there. Oh man. See, remember, always in golf. I mean, always in football, college football draft. Someone comes out of nowhere. In 2020, it was Joe Burrow. Nobody knew who he was, and he had the best college football season for a quarterback ever, and he is so far panned out pretty good. 21, it was a horrible. Look like everybody's a bust except Sunshine, and I think Justin Fields will be good the next place he goes, unless Pittsburgh does a deal like Jordan Love did. The Packers did with Jordan Love a year ago. He's going to be on the market next year. Quarterback class sucks. I'm looking at it right now. Here you go. Shador Sanders, Quinn Ewers, I like him. Carson Beck, I like him too, the Georgia quarterback. Riley Leonard, Notre Dame, Cam Ward, Miami. I gotta see him play up close. And you know me as a Hurricane fan, I'll be watching him every week. Jalen Milroe, Alabama, nah, no way. And Jalen Daniels of Kansas. So next year's quarterback draft is uh, I don't know what to tell you. So NBA last couple of nights. Uh Last night, who you had? Uh Oklahoma City Rolls. That series is over. Boston. This is why I don't like Boston, folks. Shaq said in the TNT pregame show that Miami will win by 10 tonight, and that's exactly what they did. This is one of the reasons why I don't like the Celtics, folks. And oh, Boston, like I said, you should run the Eastern Conference off the map, but again, another loss to the Heat. And give the Heat a lot of credit. I'll say it right now. If Spoelstra gets them to win the East with this group without Jimmy Butler, he deserves to be a top five coach of all time. Period. Okay. So that series is 1-1. I think it'll go 2-2, and then Boston will pull away. Uh, I see Indiana winning both games this week in Indianapolis against Milwaukee. I do. Knicks Philly. I can give Philly 2 wins at home, but if they split, that series is over next week here in New York. And Cleveland Orlando is a big game tonight for Orlando. It's the first home playoff game in a long, long time. It's going to be a very enthusiastic crowd down in Orlando, and I can see Orlando winning tonight. I don't know what happens after that. And the West, the one team I think is in a lot of trouble is Phoenix. And speaking of Phoenix, for all you team fan bases, the fanboys like the Dolphin fan, okay, well, fanboys, okay, take a page from the Phoenix Sun fandom. The Phoenix Sun fans are very disappointed. They're holding everybody on that roster and the front office responsible, and they should. That's what real fan bases should do. Hold your players, but more importantly, hold your front office responsible. And the reason why I say Phoenix is in trouble is that Minnesota beat them the other night with Anthony Edwards going 2 for 11 points. And as the NBA likes to do, they pick a player and get them in foul trouble on purpose to help the team they want to see win. Carl Anthony Towns was out of touch, and Minnesota still won the game. Why? McDaniels locked up not only Booker, who had a very quiet 20 points on Tuesday night, locked down KD and Nazir Reed, who was named Sixth Man of the Year last night. Congrats to him from the Timberwolves. He also played great defense on KD, but I think this is it for Phoenix. It's do or die. And KD will play. You're going to get what you got in game one, a KD Anthony Edwards showdown tomorrow night. Because if Phoenix loses tomorrow, they're going to get swept. They don't want to go back to Minnesota. And I'm going to say this right now. One of the big problems with Phoenix that you see come late third and the fourth quarter, they show their age because this is a Asian group, and Minnesota plays tremendous in your jock defense. And McDaniel, who I fell in love with during the regular season, what a game he played, both sides of the basketball on Tuesday night. And the fans of Phoenix are angry. And I get the feeling if the Suns lose in five, you may see a house cleaning in Phoenix. And the reason is the West is young guns. And I said this to Auntie 3 years ago and 2 years ago. These young guns are signed long term deals with their franchises. They're not going anywhere. Okay. And I said that. I said, look at these guys. And, and I'm going to tell you something else. Now, I'm going to play this in a couple of weeks. But I think what Giannis Antetokounmpo said about playing in a big city spoke volumes when he said that you playing in Miami and LA, we know why guys go there to play there. And he's right about that. Yeah. Giannis says if he wants out, Oklahoma City is his first choice, followed by Denver, Salt Lake City, and Sacramento. Why? He says he's not taking his family, and he has a very, very young family, to cesspool cities. LA, New York, Chicago, Miami, those are cesspool cities. Okay? And he has every right to say that. Every right. Denver, the Lakers. I could see Denver up 3-1 in this series, going back to the Rocky Mountains and finishing it off. I think Oklahoma City is finished with New Orleans. I think New Orleans will win a game, but OKC, like I said about them, so talented, so deep. And I said this to NBA fan, and Oklahoma City and Minnesota proves me right. They're not shortening their rotation in the playoffs. And the reason why you don't, like Minnesota and Oklahoma City are proving so far, when you got a young roster, you can wear everybody else out. And that's why those two teams listen to their boy Mace here and don't go that 8-man rotation. They play everybody. And that's why those two teams, in my opinion, will be advancing to the next round. Okay. Meanwhile, Dallas and the Clippers, I will miss this game tomorrow night because I'll be on the air doing second and third round NFL draft coverage. But that series is going to go long. I said that. That's why I picked that series to do that series. Just to let you all know, I'll be back with the NBA on Sunday. 3:30 Eastern Clippers at the Mavericks. 9:30 Eastern Phoenix and Minnesota. That game will be in the desert in Phoenix, games 3 and 4. And we will do Phoenix because the late game tomorrow night, we will catch that game in progress. Probably be in the third quarter. And we'll do the rest of the game up here after the NFL draft. So you'll get all of that up here. Um, and that's what I got so far with these teams. With the sports. I did the hockey. I think Edmonton and LA is going to be a great series. It's going to be a long series. I mean, Drew Doughty ain't going down without a fight. I think Phoenix, Dallas. I mean, excuse me. I think Vegas and Dallas is done. That series is over. I don't see Dallas going to Las Vegas and getting two in Vegas. I do not see that. Not at all. And that's the beauty, folks, of the NHL playoffs. A team like the Dallas Stars, who had an awesome season, are on the brink of being eliminated. They had the second best record in the sport, and they're about to be eliminated. Okay? NBA, the only way that happens in the NBA is like if Boston didn't have Tatum, because they was the team with the best record right now, that can happen in the first round. Oklahoma City is shutting their critics up. People, and this is why I say about these young morons who write for these blog and write for these stupid publications. You're going to tell me that you have all that talent in Oklahoma City and they're the worst number one seed you've ever seen. Are you effing serious? This is why guys like me don't pay these young fools like in Bleacher Report, those clowns, any attention. Those guys are just a bunch of young uh, Generation Z white guys and hood black guys stealing money. That's what those guys do in those publications. Okay. I remember one time, old boy asked a bunch of, I think it was the Bear guy for Bleacher Report, a Detroit guy, and they called Jordan Love a scrub. That's why guys like me gets the last laugh on the rest of you. And when you pay privileged young white guys hundreds of thousands of dollars to write nothing but Bullshit. I just shake my head. But that's the way. That's the American way, though, right? Last I checked. Oh, you can't make this shit up. Oh boy. Oh man. So this draft is going on in a few hours. I'm excited for it. Uh, all you guys who love football should be excited for it. And like I said, unless I truly hear it from the source of the team, I ignore most things are said. That's just the way I operate. I don't. I don't uh, tell you guys delusional bullshit, and I end up looking stupid. I'm going with the flow tonight. Let's see Minnesota, and I'm about to look at Minnesota real quick. Let's see the Vikings pull the trigger and trade up. Let's see it. Let's get the latest rumor. All right, they're making fun of the Vikings back in 2003. They let the clock run out. But you want to know something ironic? In that draft, Suggs went to the Ravens. Um, Suggs went to the Ravens. I'm gonna tell you what happened. That it worked out for everybody, even though the Vikings gaffed in that draft. Thank God we don't have to hear the running back bullshit. Remember a year ago? Oh, how come running backs don't get paid? You know why running backs don't get paid? Because only the alright quarterbacks need them. The real franchise guys, the top guys don't need them. Mahomes don't need it. Uh, Josh Allen don't need it. Aaron Rodgers, he'll just say, "Hey, I'll take control." Okay. Burrow doesn't need it. Uh, CJ Stroud proved last year with basically no running game, he don't need it. Jordan Love went most of the year without Aaron Jones. And Aaron Jones came back for what? The last 3 games, 3 or 4 games? And Love already took off before he finally showed he was healthy. Okay? So he don't need it, even though they're born Josh Jacobs. He don't need it. You begin to get the drift where I'm going with this. Uh Jared Goff doesn't need it. Um, I'm looking around the league right now. Who else needs a running game? Uh, that's just about it. Everybody else needs a running game. This goes to show you, right? This goes to show you. Last year, this time, the running backs are getting paid. And what did I came out and said? No one pays to see the running backs. You better have a quarterback that's throwing you uh, over 32, 34 touchdowns plus. Or else, that's why Dak Prescott's a big story. Because he wears the blue star on his helmet and everything is centered around him. So it's mighty funny that the first running back in this draft may be taken midway through the second and then the third round. This goes to show you, like I've been saying all along, that unless you have a great or damn good I'll just say damn good quarterback up, okay, you need a running game. If you have a damn good quarterback, you don't need a running game. And I named you the guys. That'll be Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Rogers. That's the elite. Lamar Jackson's his own running game. But when it comes to the very damn good quarterbacks, that's Love, that's uh Dak Prescott, that's uh Sean Watson. I heard Watson's really looking good out in Cleveland right now. You know, uh Jared Goff, um, our boy in LA, both LA quarterbacks, they don't need a running game. Stafford and Herbert, they don't need running games. The rest, they need a running game. After those 8 or 9 guys I just mentioned, the rest of these quarterbacks need a running game. Okay. The rest of them, the I group on down to the bottom, they all need a running game. Okay. So, our old boy got his Heisman Trophy back. Reggie Bush. I haven't been on the air, folks. That's why I'm bringing this stuff up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about the kickers, even though I get the feeling Green Bay will be looking at the 3 top kickers very closely. Speaking of, that's what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to do something. Now I remember what I wanted to do. I'll be back tonight at 7:30, so we can get this bad boy started. So I wonder what you guys gonna be eating tonight. Watching this draft tonight. Me, I'll be eating nothing. I'm just gonna do the draft and go to bed. Take a shower and go to bed. That's what I'm gonna be doing. So should be fascinating tonight, gang. I know I'm pumped up for it. All right, where is it? So, what you guys gonna be snacking on tonight? Watching this draft. And then tomorrow night we'll be back with a new thumbnail, hopefully, and we'll get ready for tomorrow night, which should be fun. And hope everybody enjoys their favorite team's draft, if you care. Like a guy like me, I don't care what the Dolphins do. I think they did what they had to do. Chris Greer and all in the free agency did a phenomenal job. So whatever they draft, they draft. I'm not going to get all worked up about it. If they're going to sign that quarterback to an extension, which they say they will, then they better give him some line help to protect his ass. Other than that, we'll see. That's why, again, you don't get worked up unless you're a desperate team right now. Like I'll give you a team that I think needs this draft to help them get better as the Giants. I think that team more than any team in the league. Because the Redskins, believe it or not, Washington got a lot of picks on Saturday. They got a lot. Redskins gonna be doing their work on Saturday. Carolina got 3 picks, but you know me. Shout out to my boy Dave Canales, who is coaching them now. God, and by the way, everybody say a prayer for him, but he has to deal with that idiot owner David Tepper. Say a prayer for David Canales, and good luck to him and Bryce Young. I mean, I don't know how that's gonna work. If you see, by the way, speaking of the little midget, uh, he was on the pivot, and I give him a lot of credit. The guys like Laurels of the world who he likes to bully the Carolina Panther fans for blowing the pick, and Laurel be trolling them viciously. Just like we did Laurel a few years ago with the Laramie Trunsu trade. It was funny up here when that shit went on, bro. It was funny up here when that shit happened back in the good old days. But they got 3 picks tomorrow night. They got 3 number 2s. So give their GM a lot of credit for at least having 3 number 2s and trying to add to their team tomorrow night. I give credit where it's due, even though I think the franchise is. And one thing about Carolina, let me say something about them real quick. Houston's the same way. These teams don't stay on the bottom long. When Houston gets the number 1 pick or top 3 or 4 pick, they make that pick and they re-emerge. And goddamn, getting Stroud, they are re-emerged. It's like I said about C.J. Stroud. He took the Texans from the depths of hell and made them now uh, legitimate playoff contenders. I'm not going to go Super Bowl yet. Playoff contenders. Same with Green Bay. Love has saved their ass. And I look at now Green Bay is going to be a force for the next 4, 5, 6, 7 years with Love at the helm. And I look at them as a serious playoff contender, not Super Bowl contenders. Both Houston and Green Bay are now legitimate playoff contenders. What does that mean? You're going to see these teams in the playoffs every year because they own the quarterback. Green Bay built their quarterback a complete arsenal that blew up last year in the second half of the year. And Houston now adding Diggs along with Swartz, Tank Dell, Nico Collins, and Joe Mixon. Houston's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Both of those young teams, the 2 young guns at quarterback, they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. So Minneapolis, in my opinion, will be the spotlight tonight in the NFL. What did they do? They'll be on the spotlight tonight in the NFL. Unbelievable. We're here, right, everybody? Draft day. We're here. And the brand new uh, Mace Taggart experience will debut the second night of the NFL weekend when the Packers go to um, when the Packers play the Eagles in Sao Paulo, Brazil. And leading up to that game, beginning Labor Day, we're gonna go all in on that game that Friday night in Sao Paulo, Brazil. Brazil is an hour behind us, so that'll be probably 7:20 Central Time, 8:20 Eastern Time kickoff. Jalen Hurts is a fascinating story. I'll talk about him Saturday when I make my predictions. I'll talk about him in depth on Saturday. As I'll pick the divisions. I don't expect, and I'm just going to be honest here. I do not expect anything from the NFC South and the AFC East. I don't. I don't expect nothing. I think the bright hope in the NFC, AFC East is can the Jets with a healthy Rodgers go far? Miami, who the hell knows with them? To me, Miami's in is at a crossroads right now. We'll see. And Buffalo, I have no confidence in. I mean, that quarterback just cannot beat Patrick Mahomes. Can't, can't. I mean, look what Mahomes did a year ago. Let's think about it. In the AFC alone, and we're talking about the playoff contenders here. They beat Miami twice last year, once in the regular season in Germany, and then in the playoffs with minus 29-degree weather. Okay. And then Buffalo talked all that BS about, we had to go to Arrowhead. Dion Dawkins. Wait till we get them here. Yeah, you got them there. You got Burrow and Mahomes in your building the last 2 years, and they knocked your asses out, Buffalo. Enough is enough. I want to hear the John Medikoffs of the world and the Stephen A. Smiths and that Bedouins, Kimberly Martin, talk about, well, as long as Josh Allen, no. Josh Allen has a lot to prove this year moving forward. So does Lamar Jackson. That's another one. A lot to prove. These guys don't win big games in the playoffs, and and the great Mahomes beat both of them in their buildings. Okay, all right, it was facts. Now Burrow's healthy, then Burrow goes up to the top against Mahomes. If the Bengals can get better, the Bengals got issues right now. T. Higgins wants out in the worst way. Could you blame T. Higgins? You know, I think Cleveland, that is the one team, and we're going to talk because Cleveland don't draft until Saturday. So we'll be talking a lot about the Browns Saturday evening when I come on the air. I'm coming on right after the draft, and we're going to talk about the playoff contenders, in my opinion, this year in the league. Yeah. And it'll be fun. It'll be interesting moving forward. The draft is going to tell everybody a lot. It's going to paint a picture of which team. Now, I'll tell you another team that's going to get a lot of hype in the NFC. Atlanta's going to get a lot of hype, and that dream will be ended. someone will knock them out. Hopefully, I hope it's the Packers that do it because of what happened last year. I will talk about that Saturday night about Tampa Bay and Atlanta. I got a lot to say, okay, about those two. All right. Oh yeah. Let me go over who got multiple picks this weekend. Let me do that right now. That's multiple picks. I didn't even know you was here. Let me give a shout out to my boy, Tackman Clan Killer in the building, and Miss Rosie in the building. Welcome. Let me read this. Reason why Love was getting all those doubts due to his stats from his last year as a college player. People forget that, yeah, he lost his entire O line, his receivers to the NFL draft. Yeah, I knew that. Attack. I watched him in 2018, man. I did. I did watch his college career. That's why I'm so high on him. You know, Tackman, he'll be my guest up here tonight. Uh, these are the four players he wanted on the thumbnail, and as I always do, my nephew delivers for him. So, and he'll talk about these four players in depth tonight. And that Oklahoma lineman, by the way, is getting a lot of talk about first, very, um, very high second round choice by somebody. So, Tackman is in the building. It makes me feel great. Plus, he got busted for smoking the joint the day before the bowl game. Yeah, I remember that with Love. Remember, him and his girlfriend was young when they hooked up. I mean, who's still his girlfriend now. I think he's been with her for 9 years now. When he was younger, he was doing that. He got to Green Bay, he cut it out. He grew up. Uh, Miss, get this right. Miss Rosie in the building. Bargoff is in the building. So Manzano's in the building. Let me say what's up to Tack Man. Rosie in the building. My guest tonight in the building, Tack Man Clan Killer. One of the best draft experts you'll ever run into. He's done a lot for this platform. For me personally, oh man, this is a pleasure to do what I'm about to do right now. Introduce this man here. He'll be my guest tonight, folks. And I cannot wait to have him up here. And that will be, of course, the draft guru, the GOAT, Tackman Clan Killer. Everybody, come on now, mates. We got years of all as draft expert when I'm chop liver. I never said you was, Moss. I already announced that we are doing this tonight, and we're gonna simulcast this tonight. Rosie Glasgow and the Rangers, a fan of the Rangers. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know. It's good to have. I never. Hey, Moss. Oh, okay. Cause like I said, I will invite anybody that, as long as they know what they're talking about, you're welcome up here. When we start, oh, we're gonna kill Pete tonight, folks. Speaking of that, and Manzano's in the room, and Manzano wrote off on this too, cause he was listening to Pete when Pete was up here. Okay, Pete takes. If you don't know who he is, he's a Dolphin fan who hates Tua Tagovailoa. Made two predictions up here. One, that the Dolphins was going to trade for Justin Herbert. Okay, and two, if they don't, they was going to trade to get J.J. McCarthy. I swear to God, I will roast his ass tonight up here when those two things don't happen. Moss, I know you was kidding. Oh my God. You fucking kidding me? Oh God, 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 God. Woo. So Michael Penix is interesting aspect of the 20s picks tonight. Who will take him? I don't know. Hot up here in Saskatoon, summertime for me is cold out here. It's only 52 degrees here. But we expect a big heat wave beginning on Saturday here. It'll be in the high 70s, and it will be fun up here. Going golfing tomorrow? What's your handicap, Moss? So we're gonna have Tackman up here, we're gonna have Moss up here, and it should be fun. And we're gonna do this the right way. And I'm gonna say it again. If you're not Minnesota, Arizona, Chicago, Philly, or the Jets, Tennessee, or the Chargers, I don't want to hear from you tonight. Because those are the teams I'm gonna be focusing on. I don't care about the other teams. They make their pick. We'll talk about their pick. We'll ask Tack and Moss who they think they should take at that position. Moss said 23 degrees Celsius, 20 degrees Celsius. He said up in Canada, it's like in the 70s, in the low 70s. Yeah, I don't want to hear from you. And then tomorrow night, it's going to be real busy because a lot of teams got multiple picks. So, like I said, Philly tomorrow, Green Bay tomorrow, Atlanta tomorrow night, Arizona tomorrow night. Uh, we're going to do Buffalo and Kansas City tomorrow. We're going to do them today, but it looks like Brandon Bean, the young Bills GM, who I think is out of sight, vowed to his fan base that they will find good receivers to replace Davis and Diggs in in the later rounds of the draft. So we'll do Buffalo and Kansas City tomorrow. Uh, Brighton, Man City. Okay, they get ready to talk. It's massive for you. Okay. Chargers gonna trade with Minnesota and get 11, 23. And, not hey, I just read the Vikings, Manzano. They're not talking. I just did the Vikings like 10 minutes ago. They're not talking. They're keeping their mouth shut because they already let it be known that if they don't get the quarterback they want, which is looking more and more like Drake May, who they really want, if they don't get him, then they'll wait to next year's crop. And next year's crop is mediocre at best. I just read the quarterbacks before. So I don't know what Minnesota is doing. As far as the free wideouts go, I agree, and Tennessee wants one of them. And I'm telling you right now, if the Titans trade up and get one of those receivers, they are going to be dangerous in the AFC South. And Tony, this is why I don't listen to the media, Tony. I listen to my people. Speaking of my people, if you hear my phone tonight, I'm gonna have my phone next to me. If you hear it make sounds tonight, that means guys are hit me up with info. So I think the draft really starts, Moss, is when uh the four quarterbacks are gone. Then everything starts. Hell breaks loose. A lot of teams want to move up, folks, to get those offensive tackles. There's a lot of good ones in this first round. So I think the Titans are looking at it as if they can get one of those receivers, they can always get a tackle in the second round. I know everybody got them connected to Joe Alt. All right, Manzano thinks that Caleb Williams can be the bust of this draft. I don't know. If he played like he did the second half of his college season, I think there's a lot of pressure on Caleb Williams going to Chicago. I do. One of the questions that will be asked is what's up with Jaden Daniels? He is not feeling the Washington Commanders, and they're not feeling him. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. To me, I think whoever goes to the Vikings, if the Vikings trade up whoever they take, that quarterback is going to be in heaven. Oh my lord, that arsenal the Vikings got. Let me rephrase that. That arsenal the Vikings have is effing ridiculous. It really is. It is ridiculous to behold what the Vikings have on offense. Are you surprised by the amount of hype Tyler Guyton is getting to be drafted in the low teens, high 20s in the first round, or if it's not surprising? I don't know. I mean, that's why I'm going to have Moss, I'm going to have Tackman up here. They're going to tell me why Tyler Guyton, he's in my thumbnail tomorrow, matter of fact. I'll have a new thumbnail tomorrow for round two. Round four, I'm not on the air. I don't want to be bored on a Saturday afternoon hearing Rich Eisen and Daniel Jeremiah talk garbage. I'll be on right after the draft on uh, on Saturday, and then NBA doubleheader on Sunday. The reason why I'm saying JJ makes a lot of sense for the Vikings is because that scheme that O'Connell runs relies on the quarterback to make all the right choices and reads. That's true, but the word is they want Drake May. That's who they really want. Yeah, I said in other groups, play Donald for a while. And that's what I think's going to happen. They'll play Donald, and if Donald got the hot hand, and by the way, this is it for Sam Donald. If he cannot produce with this offense, okay, let me read this. Hold up. Let me read this right now. Let me do this. Now, here you go. Oh, we're going to do this right now. All right, here you go. This is all you need to know about Minnesota. Okay? I'm going to do it for you right now. All right, this is the Vikings. All right. Fuck it. Where is it? All right, here you go. Let me. There you go. When you have wide receivers like Justin Jefferson, okay, Nikhil Henry, Jordan Addison, to throw to, there is no excuse for Sam Donald not to get this done, or whoever they take at quarterback not to get it done. And then you got Aaron Jones and Ty Chandler, who looked pretty damn good last year when I saw him at the end of the year against Green Bay. Okay? There's no excuses for Minnesota if next quarterback that goes there, all right? Let me see. Yeah, if Donald doesn't get it this year, he'll be in the USFL next year. Moss says Saturday, always record and watch all of it as learn about the players on Saturday. Yeah, I ain't gonna pay attention to it. When I come on Saturday night, I'm gonna be talking about. I'm gonna be making my predictions. 7 o'clock, 5 o'clock your time, Moss. Round three, round two and three. Let me see what Tony says. Are you going to do any of the hockey play? Yeah, I did me and Moss did the hockey on Monday night. We did it Monday night. Me and Moss. You got hey, when me and Moss do the hockey, and that'll be next week because I'm doing football and then Sunday I got the NBA. Next week I'll do the hockey. I gotta look at the schedule. Yeah, 5 o'clock your time, Moss. Yeah, and Moss is doing hockey every night. So if you want hockey, go with Moss. I'll join. I'll let you know what night I'm gonna join him because Monday I am definitely open since the Clippers and the Timberwolves play on Sunday night. I'll let you know hockey right now. I got the full schedule right in front of me. All right, the Coyotes. Well, welcome to a welcoming party like I've never seen, and they'll be in Salt Lake City next year. And trust me, the same people who go to Jazz games will be the same sorry ass folks who will be there for the Coyotes. Oh, I'm having fun. Monday is what, the 29th, I think? Yeah, it is. Tonight, Panthers and Lightning game three. Panthers won in overtime on Tuesday night. Hurricanes and the Islanders, who cares? And when I come back on the NHL on Monday night, the 29th, it'll be the Lightning and the Panthers, Stars and the Knights. Nah, I'll join Moss on Tuesday night and get the games right for Tuesday. There you go. Moss, I'll see you Tuesday night. Game 5, Predators and Canucks, Maple Leafs and Bruins, Avalanche and Jets. I'll join Moss. Let me see what's happening in NBA first. Then I'll tell you. Let me see the NBA Tuesday night. I like that schedule for Tuesday night in the NHL. Let me take a look at Tuesday in the NBA. And like I said to you guys, the team to me that's in trouble is Phoenix. And unlike the Dolphin fan, oh, awesome. Hey Mars, I'll join you. Let me see. Hold up. Let me get the date right. I don't want to get too excited. Mm. No, I won't join Moss Tuesday night. I mean, yeah, I can join them for the Suns and Timberwolves. I'll jump over there and do Vancouver and Nashville with them. So you'll get a simulcast with me and Moss again Tuesday night as they split up the Clippers and the Mavs. Wow, they really did that. Clippers and Mavs will play Game 5 next Wednesday night. Your doubleheader that night is the Celtics and the Heat Game 5, the Mavericks and the Clippers Game 5. And let me do the hockey again. I'll tell you next time I'm doing this, the live hockey. I think it's going to be Tuesday night, April 30th. They are playing Game 5 of the Oilers and the Kings next Wednesday night. So the NHL have done a guy like me a huge favor. All right, folks, next Wednesday night, I'm going to play a hunch Panthers and Lightning Game 6. So that tells you what the NHL thinks of that series. Whenever you have to play like back to back days, like you play Monday, then you play again Wednesday, then Friday, they don't think much of your series. They don't think much of you. So the Panthers and the Lightning will be Game 6. Wow. So they'll be playing every other day. They will not get a rest in that series. That says the league doesn't really care about you. I'm not lying. That is fact. Whenever you don't get a 3 day off period, the league doesn't care about you. And that's the Panthers and the Lightning. Wow. Everybody else is Game 5. Knights and the Stars, Oilers and the Kings. That's what me and Moss will be next Wednesday night, late in Edmonton. We'll do a simulcast, Moss, with that game. So I'll be back with Moss next Tuesday and next Wednesday night with you. Me and Moss will be simulcasting. So I'll take Monday off because nobody really care about playing on Monday. But wow, they're letting the Panthers and the Lightning this play out. So if you're Florida, get rid of the Lightning right now. You're gonna have at least 9 days off. Get rid of them. Smoke them tomorrow night. I mean, smoke them tonight. Smoke them on Saturday, and then you're done. That's it. You don't have to worry about going back to sunrise. You take a reel off. Yep, Moss is on point. The Utah Wives. I don't know the name of them, but I know one thing. Yeah, we'll do hockey early next week, me and Moss. I'll sprinkle some NBA into that. I think the NHL knows that series with Tampa, Florida. No, Manzano, these schedules are made in advance, Tony. They don't give a damn about the Panthers, and they're tired of the Lightning. That's why they're playing every other day. That is a fact. Those two markets don't draw on the national scene. That's the truth. They want to get rid of that series as quick as possible with those two teams. And I think Florida will win this in five, and they'll get plenty of rest in the next round. I don't want to hear from you, Pete. Pete, I will hold your ass accountable for what you said up here last time you was here. Number one, you said Justin Herbert was going to get traded to the Dolphins with 5 picks. You know damn well that's not going to happen. And number two, you said the whole Dolphin brass was in Michigan and they're going to trade for J.J. McCarthy. You know that's not going to happen. And Pete's laughing about it. Pete knows I'm right. And as far as Stephen Ross goes tonight, like I've been saying up here, I don't care what the Dolphins do. I really don't. Folks, if I'm not talking about you tonight, and I'm going to tell you the teams I'm talking about tonight: Minnesota, Philly, Chicago, and Arizona in the NFC, and the AFC, Jets, Titans, and Chargers. If you're not those teams, I'm not talking about you until you make your pick. Me, Moss Tackman will be up here. I am not talking about your team tonight. So I'm not talking about the Dolphins. I'm not talking about the Packers. I'm not doing none of those teams tonight. Now, tomorrow night, with Green Bay with 5 picks tomorrow, Atlanta got about 6 picks tomorrow. Arizona got 4. Steelers got 3. Houston starts their draft tomorrow with all those second round picks they got and third rounders. Those are the teams I'm talking about tomorrow night. As Moss and Pete talking about Michael Penix, I just don't see the Dolphins doing that. If they do that, then Pete's gonna get his wish, and the quarterback is gonna have a gun to his head, and he's gonna have to prove himself. Number the two things about Tungalova. Since December of 2022, he hasn't beaten the only good team he beat was Dallas, and that was because the field goal kicker made 5 field goals. Other than that, he hasn't beaten a good team. Okay. And who do the Dolphins play very good this year? Let's look. Okay. Houston. Yeah. Or the Raiders? No. The Packers? Yes. The Niners? Yes. The Rams? Yes. That's just about it. I don't look at Buffalo as anything special anymore. And the Dolphins should sweep Buffalo this year. I'm dead serious. The Jets are a different story. Let's see what the Jets do tonight. Because if they take Brock Bowers, I think the Jets are going to be pretty damn tough to beat in the AFC East. Trade to a Waddle tonight. I'm gonna leave that alone, Pete. I let you and those delusional dolphin fools in these dolphin chat rooms talk about that. Pete also said, "You know what it's like, Mace." Yeah, of course, and you know what irks me, Mace. You have guys on major platforms like Shady McCoy who could say, "Oh, Dallas needs to draft a QB in the first round," but yet he don't feel the same about Miami. Oh, hey Pete, a lot of I'm gonna tell you right now, Pete, a lot of people want Penix to go to the Dolphins, bro. Real talk. A lot of people out there. A lot of people. See, Pete, if you don't like a quarterback or he doesn't excite you, and you know Tua doesn't excite me, if you had a strong conviction on a quarterback in that 2020 draft, you just follow that guy. That's all you do. You follow him and his trajectory. Look how long I had to wait to see Jordan Love get on the field. And did Jordan Love prove me right? Yes, he did. Did Justin Herbert prove you right? Yes, he did. So my advice to you, Pete, is just follow Justin Herbert. And you know what Harbaugh did, they're going to be good right away. I can tell you right now, and I'll say this Saturday night. I got the Chargers winning 11, 12 games this year because of their schedule. I do. They'll split with the Chiefs because they'll be good enough to split with the Chiefs. And like let me say this right now about the Chargers, because they only got one pick in each round, they're not going to be worth watching unless they trade down a couple of times. Oh yeah, they always been controlled. Yeah, Pete, why you think I do what I do? Because I'm not a fanboy up here, and I tell you guys the truth, bro. Yeah, the media is controlled. They're all sheep. And another thing I hate about the media is they want to be friends with the players. And these dumbass players are chummy chummy with some of these media guys. I'd rather have my quarterback like Jordan Love, bro, where he doesn't give a damn about the media. And he also is keeping receipts on the Justin Herbert, excuse me, the Rich Eisens, Shine, Adam Shine, Craig Carton, who I will have plenty to say about him and his ass when we start training camp. Guys like that, he's keeping receipts on, who have bashed him, bro. Eisen, and of course Colin Cowherd. But remember one thing about Colin. Colin Cowherd, 16 years ago on his ESPN show, used to make fun of another great quarterback that he used to talk to Trent Dilfer about every other day, and he used to kill him on his show. And then he had to eat crow, Aaron Rodgers. Oh, he used to destroy Aaron Rodgers when he replaced Favre. Oh, so so for Colin, I give Colin a pass because Colin at the end of the year was kissing Love's ass and finally realized what Green Bay does with quarterback. I tried to tell you people 3 years ago. I said to you, all that the best thing that is going to happen to Jordan Love is he's sitting behind an all-time great player, an all-time great, all-time great. Try to tell you guys that. Look at him now, and he's only going to get better. He's ascending right now, and that Packer team, and I'll talk about them Saturday night when I make my predictions. Um, they're going to be fun to watch. Look at the competition. Him and CJ Stroud. By the way, just to say this for the record, the AFC, I'm going to read you in a second, Moss. The AFC East against the NFC West against the AFC South, and the AFC South against the AFC East and the NFC North. It's going to be fun to watch this year. You know why? Those, well, Tua, he's all right. Like I always say about Tua, he's all right. But you got Rodgers healthy, Josh Allen and Tua, you can live with that. Question is, are they going to do anything? That's the question. And like I said a couple of weeks ago, Love don't play Burrow. Love plays, he already beat Herbert. He's going to play Tua and Jalen Hurts opening night. He plays Jalen Hurts in Brazil. So, Love versus Herbert. They played last year, and Love beat him. Oh, yeah, of course he will. Lefty and Lock. 5 years and good leverage with Tua. Contract, just saying. Penix Jr. may be there. Hey, I'm gonna go by what Chris Greer said last week when he had his press conference. He is not looking to upgrade the quarterback position, and I believe him. But bro, you better draft somebody because the Bopsy twins you got right now are Pete's boy and that clown Mike White as a backup. They're not cutting it, in my opinion, in Miami. No, they okay. But if Miami's smart, we go get DL and OL. I get the feeling the Dolphins. I've never I used to talk to Armando Salguero, and Armando had a saying about the Dolphins. The Dolphins do dolphin things. What do that mean? The Dolphins do some dumb shit come draft day. And this is the first time the Dolphins are going to draft since 2021, and they hit it in 21. So let's see what they do tonight. I think, again, what hurts Miami, they don't have a third and fourth rounder. And again, this is what I said earlier to start this show. Phoenix is holding, the fan base is holding ownership, James Jones, the GM, and the players accountable because they are pissed off that they see the handwriting on the wall. Phoenix is going home early in the Western Conference playoffs. And they're holding everybody accountable in Phoenix. That's what good fan bases do. When Stephen Ross lost a number one draft pick, these Dolphin clowns didn't even say a peep. And that tells you the difference between real fan base that holds their team. Now, KD is trying to talk the fan base off the ledge. And we're going to see with Phoenix this weekend. I will do that game late tomorrow night after the draft. I'll join that game in progress. I'll be watching that game behind me. And then Sunday night, I'm doing the game up here at 9:30 Eastern time. Pete says, love. But if Miami smart, we just go deal. I don't know what they're going to do. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't really care what they do. And the reason why I don't care is they don't have multiple picks. And because of the dumbass owner, they don't have a third rounder this year. And did their fan base hold them responsible, accountable? No. Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. Oh, nobody can beat us. We're going to have a lot of fun, folks, up here with the Dolphin so called community this year, beginning in training camp. Oh, we're going to have fun with them. Fun. But in Miami, yeah, okay. We're going to have a field day with that fan base, bro. How the hell you let your owner lose a number one draft pick and nobody complains? While in Phoenix right now, their fans are just wow. Oh, let me bring this up for the people to see. They think I'm joking about this. Where is it? There we go. Wow. So tonight is the night, folks, we've been waiting for. It's here. Tonight and tomorrow for me. I'll have Morse up here. I'll have Tackman Clan Killer up here. Tomorrow night, I'll have a special guest as the draft expert. And this young man is awesome. Reminds me of myself when I was his age with his sports knowledge. And I asked him to pull up. He said, send him the link. He'll be up here in the third round. And I'm going to let him, Moss, because Moss is be up here tomorrow night. There's no Bruins until Saturday. Game 4 in Toronto. You know, Toronto needs that on Saturday night for hockey night in Canada. So, and I'm serious about that. Let me do Phoenix. Let me pull this up. People think I'm joking about this. All right. Pull this up, let you people see what I'm talking about. And when I saw this, I applauded the Sun fans. Here you go. I gotta show this real quick. The headline here. Let you people know that again, I don't make up stuff here. They want Greer accountable always, but never Ross. I agree. Where the beef should be at. Ross. Yeah. But we know that soft, delusional fan base, they're not gonna do that. Dolphin community. Give me a goddamn. Let me say this right now. If you're under the age of 45 years old, your opinion about the Miami Dolphins are irrelevant. Okay? Irrelevant. Right? Irrelevant. This win a goddamn playoff game this year, Miami. That's all you got to do. You win a playoff game, everybody gets extensions. All right? All right, let me show you what I'm talking about in Phoenix right now. You guys think I'm joking about this. Let me get this up for you. Okay. There you go. The Suns need their fans to not tomorrow night. That's how desperate it is in Phoenix right now, folks. You think I'd be making this stuff up? There you go. The Phoenix Suns need their fans can perpetually demoralize the fan base produce. What do that mean? I said to you a couple of seconds ago, in Phoenix, they are holding the owner accountable, they are holding James Jones, the GM, accountable, and they're holding not Frank Vogel, they're holding the players accountable. KD, especially Bradley Beal, that bum. You know, Bargoff's trying to make excuse. Bradley Beal is who I said Bradley Beal was, and he's shown it so far in this series. Okay, it's a bump. And of course, Booker, who McDaniels has done tremendous defense on. That's one. I'm going to try and find the one. How can the Phoenix Suns make it a series again? You got to give Phoenix a lot of credit, folks. There's no pomp and circumstance in Phoenix. Okay? God damn. It's laughable. Where's Bargoff at to see this? Where's Bargoff at? He was here a little while ago. Look at this. Can Bobo help the Suns? You know how desperate that shit is, folks? That they're crossing their fingers that Bobo, you know what's going to come down this series in Phoenix? Okay? You know what's going to come down to it? Can you last 4 quarters against this young and hungry team who really don't respect you? They really don't respect you. That's where the problem is with Phoenix. Let me find that thumbnail when I told people, uh, is you seeing all these things Who's to blame why the Suns are 0-2? Their age is to blame. That's the blame. In search of the fans. You see how desperate this is? The fans are who they're depending on to get them to win game three. These fucking players and media in Phoenix is a goddamn joke. Where's Bargoff at? About Bradley Beal. Oh man, the Suns need their fans. Can a perpetually demoralized fan base produce? God. Oh my God. Phoenix, Phoenix, Phoenix. It's time for the flustered Devin Booker to get right, or the Suns will stay home. This is beautiful stuff, folks. I mean, this is beautiful. This is what you call a fan base and the media holding their team accountable. You'll never see this in Miami, folks, with the Dolphins. You see it with the Heat because their fan base is spoiled with Pat Riley. They'll put the feet on the fire on the Miami Heat. Okay, right now in Miami, when it comes to the Heat, everything is good. They're pumped up Saturday evening for game three in Miami because Heat fans are good fans. Not like the Dolphin fan who's delusional. Okay? Heat fan is the real fan in South Florida. Why? They've seen championships in Miami. Okay? And Messi's team, real fans. Okay? Those are the two best fan bases in Miami right now. All right? I promise you, next round, Bruins Panthers, half that Miami Sunrise Arena will be half Boston Bruin fans. I promise you that. Okay? What a job by the media in Phoenix. Can Booker silence Anthony? No, he's not going to silence Anthony Edwards in game three. That's not happening. What needs to be done to right the Suns wrong? Oh, give the Phoenix media a hell of a lot of credit. Boy. Charles Barkley, I heard him say this live Wednesday night on Inside the NBA. My Suns are in trouble. My Suns are hurt. No point guard. No, but this man right here, Bradley Beal, or is this Booker? Devin Booker, that's Bradley Beal right there. He is the problem. Devin Booker is telling his teammates stick together. Again, I look at the Suns, folks. They're old. That's number one. Number two, their biggest problem is as much as they try to play defense, Anthony Edwards is the best player on the floor. And I'm a big believer in this. The reason why I don't put KD the best team, well, KD's old. Devin Booker disappeared in the finals 2 years ago. He got destroyed in game 7 at home against the Dallas Mavericks. They was down by 60 in that game against Dallas. Okay? And the Suns got bumped by the Nuggets in round 2 last year. So this is what I'm talking about. The Suns are in trouble. See, this is the part I was telling you about. KD reassures Sun fans because the fans are furious. Shit, can't give up on us now. Oh, I'm loving this shit. I'm loving it. You think Dolphin fans in Miami will be the same? Knowing that they haven't won a playoff game in nearly a quarter century? Nah, everything is fine. Every draft pick we make is a home run. Led by the Dolphin community. Okay? Let's be real here. Pete's laughing his ass because Pete was trolling up, and Pete. That's the one thing about Pete I love. Pete will come up here and say, "Yeah, I was wrong." Now he threw it in my face, but Jared Goff is the best quarterback in NFC. That's okay. I'll let Pete say that. I shut up Lauro last week when he was talking about C.J. Stroud, and I showed him the arsenal that Love has, and I said to him, "I'll see you in Lambeau this year," and he bristled because guys know the real. And I only talk about the real up here. I don't talk about delusion. So good for the Phoenix Suns and their fans that they are holding this franchise feet by the fire in Phoenix right now. Good for their fans out in Arizona. Good for their fans. All right. And I said this was going to happen, and you're looking at it right now. The prospect of KD leaving the Suns has certainly increased in the last few days. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And if I'm KD, you know what team I would go to? I'll go to Oklahoma City, and the Suns will make that very, very accommodating. You know why? You give them Williams and a plethora of number ones, and goddamn, the Thunder got 25 number ones, folks, in the next 4 years. Give Phoenix a package like that, and KD will right the naysayers wrong by going back home to OKC and finally leading that young group of great players to the promised land. And that will be good for KD's career. Like LeBron did, he went back to Cleveland, bought them a championship. Now, a lot of that was the referees and the dumbass Draymond Green bumping him in front of the ref after game 4. Okay. And LeBron got lucky to win that one. Kyrie Irving, who put on the show, by the way, in LA on Sunday. So I can see that they'll get rid of KD. And I was saying that on another platform yesterday that I can see KD, if they lose in 5, Phoenix is gonna blow this shit up. Suns question themselves about fourth quarter struggles for months now. Yeah, because they don't play no defense in their own. That's the problem. That's the problem. Do I think Phoenix wins a game at home? Yeah, I do. I don't see a sweep. So the Suns held accountable by their fan base the way fan bases should do. Dolphin fan is doing it in the NBA. Good for the Phoenix Suns. That's a fan base that cares. That's a fan base that is tired of not getting it done. 58 years for the Phoenix Suns now. They'll be 60 years old in the year 2026. The year they should have won the title was 3 years ago, and they let Giannis take it from them. Oh yeah, I know Barkov really. Who's in the Super Bowl, Pete? Let me see what Pete says. Oh, that would be nice. I will take that. Love versus Burrow or Love versus Herbert. Love and Herbert are best friends, and Love is building a quarterback school like the Mannings do. It'll be open in June, and I remember that the QB school was there, and he said that Love has all the love and respect by the younger quarterbacks like C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. They'll be the underlings, by the way, at that camp. In other words, they'll be the guys wearing the shorts and telling the young high school players what to do. and him and Herbert are going to run the camp, and Moss put in a lot of money to build the camp. So, but you saw it firsthand, folks. The Phoenix Suns are spiraling out of control, folks. I'll give you one more hour. At I'm out of here at let me see. I'm out of here at 4:20. I'm out of here. Or 4:30, whatever Eastern time. And then I'll see you all in 3 hours for the big show. So give the Sun fans a lot of credit. Something that Dolphin fans can get a cue from instead of being delusional and sounding stupid, thinking that their team and their quarterback is the greatest. No, he's not. Oh man, you know what I'm laughing about right now? Give the damn Sun fans all the credit. And I don't see Phoenix coming back in this series, folks. I don't. And the reason why I don't is Minnesota's hungry and Minnesota is thirsting for a showdown with Denver next round. I've seen every game they played. One thing I can tell you right now, Minnesota is not afraid of the Nuggets at all. Matter of fact, they want to take the Nuggets championship away from them. And like I've been saying all along, and then we're going to end up the last probably 45 minutes with the N.F.L draft again. So I can send you out ready for tonight. Tackman and Moss will be up here. We'll have simulcast of the draft. If Tackman's not here, me and Moss will get it started for you. And like I said, Vikings, uh, Eagles, Cardinals, and Bears in the NFC, Jets, Titans, and Chargers tonight in the NFC. 4:20, baby. So Moss 2:20. Yeah, and I'm out, and then I'll be back in 3 hours. Right on the nose at 7:30 Eastern time, 5:30 Mountain time for Moss. I'll click the link, come on with you guys, and we'll get this shit ready to roll tonight. And let me finish up Minnesota and Phoenix, Minnesota and Denver. Minnesota really wants this. And how sick would it be if we have a Minnesota OKC showdown in the West? Winner knows they're going to win the NBA championship. Winner will win the NBA championship. Same with Denver, same with the winner of Dallas Clippers. They will win the NBA title. In my opinion, it's a foregone conclusion. Okay. It's a foregone conclusion that someone from whoever comes out of the West will be an NBA champion. And what kills the NBA, and the NBA knows this, is the players of today, the younger millennials and the zillennials, they want to play where the weather is warm. And that's what hurt the NBA. Once LeBron went to LA, the balance of power changed, not because of LeBron. It's because these young guns were either drafted in the West, which they were, or guys like KD went back to the West. Kyrie's back in the West. You know, Oklahoma City drafted phenomenally. That's one thing that Sam Presti can do. Man City 3-0. Okay. As they're playing against Arsenal. Shout out to Miss Melina, by the way. We love you, girl. Vikings be on the phones as the picks come in and want to get their guy. Totally agree with you, Moss. Matter of fact, If I was Minnesota when they made this trade with the Texans a month ago, I would have been on the phones. I would say, "You want this, this, and this? Let's do it. Let's go." And I would have guaranteed I got my quarterback tonight. Instead, they're going to sweat because if the Giants move up, then it's an all new ball game. And if Tennessee moves up to let's say 5 to get a receiver, wow, you already got Hopkins, you already got Calvin Ridley, you got the kid who you drafted in 2022 as a receiver, who was turning the corner last year because Hopkins was teaching him the ropes. And you throw in a Neighbors or Marvin Harrison? Oh my lord, what an arsenal! I'll say it right now. If they make that move, Tennessee, they clearly have the best arsenal in the AFC. They clearly have the best arsenal in the AFC, without a doubt. If they pull this move up a couple of spots to get a receiver, their arsenal is lethal. And Rod Carfon, who nobody talks about, is quietly doing a banged up job in Nashville. Okay. Moss says facts. Yeah, no doubt about it. If he pulls that off and move up 2 spots, let's say to the Chargers, Chargers will make that move. Let me take a look at some I wanted to look at before. Let me do it now. Do it right now. Yeah. I'm gonna take a look at something right now as we're talking. All right, we're gonna take a look at the second and third rounds of this draft right now. Here we go. All right, Carolina got 3 second round picks. Okay. They got the Giants pick. Um, they have their own pick, and see what else they picking. Eagles got New Orleans pick. Giants got Seattle's pick. Saints got the Broncos pick, and Minnesota the Commanders on a 1, 2. Let me see how many they got in the second round. All right. And then in the third round, uh, Cardinals got Tennessee's pick. Lions got the goddamn Vikings got no picks really. Wow. Atlanta got Jacksonville's pick. The Redskins got Seattle. Seattle have no picks. Oh, they got one from Seattle. I mean, from New Orleans in the third round. Okay. Texans pick again. Green Bay got 2 picks. They pick Cardinals got another pick. Green Bay got Buffalo's pick, and they got their own at 88. That's what I'm talking about. Then the Bengals, Jacksonville, Pittsburgh. That's what we're gonna do Pittsburgh tomorrow night. They got compensatory picks. Rams got a special one. Redskins. See, that's why I got, as much as I don't know, I'm gonna skip the Redskins. I just not feeling them. You know what I'm saying? Then round four, Seattle has won, but I'm skipping the fourth round. I'll come on after the draft. Philly, Houston. This is what I'm talking about. These teams got multiple picks. And this is why I say again, don't trade in the middle rounds. You should trade out your pick if it's not uh Philadelphia got four fifth round picks. But you get the point what I'm talking about. You get the point what I mean. If you don't have multiple picks, you're boring. You are boring. Because no one cares about, unless you're near the top, no one cares about, if you, except for the fan bases of these teams, no one cares about a single pick. Like, let's say in round three, your team is picking, right? But you have to wait all day. A lot of fans check out after the second round. I mean, after Friday night, most fans check out. Seriously. Once their team has a third round pick, like they pick one, two, and three, fans check out. They say, I ain't gonna sit up there all day Saturday and listen to these guys mumbo jumbo and talk about nothing but bullshit. All they do is gonna come back and talk about what happened Thursday night. I don't wanna hear that shit. Let me see the sports card on Saturday, both the NHL and the NBA. Rams trying to get into the top 10, which tells me that they want an offensive lineman, or they want a wide receiver. Let me go back to the athletic again. Let me go NHL and NBA. Let me see what's happening on Saturday. Tells you how little I think of, um, when you're. Let me tell you something. Because of the Dolphins' stupidity, and they don't have a third or fourth rounder, there's a reason why I totally ignored them in this year's draft. You know what I'm saying? All right, Edmonton, LA is Friday night, and I'm gonna do that one because that game is very late. That game probably won't start to near 11 o'clock Eastern time. So I can tell you right now. Um, Let me go to Saturday night. Yeah, that'll be the 27th. Let me go and see what's happening. Panthers Lightning game four. Who cares? Bruins Maple Leafs Stars Knights. Moss schedule a get together for Saturday night, bro. When I come on the air, schedule it for 6:30. So me and you can recap the draft a little bit and talk about the Bruins game four Saturday night, Stars and Golden Knights game game three in Vegas Saturday night is going to be a scene. So me and Moss will do both of those Saturday night. Let me do the NBA real quick. This is why, folks, you find somebody you can chill with and you can merge with, and you guys can work together. Me and Moss. That's how we do it. Let me see Saturday night for the NBA. All right, Cavaliers and the Magic. I don't care. Thunder and Pelicans. I'll watch that before I come on the air. Okay, I'll be fair. Then you got the Celtics and Heat. I'll be talking about that game while I'm on the air. And then the Nuggets and Lakers are late, 8:30 Eastern. I'll do the Heat and Celtics since it's 1-1. Big Money Sean will be on his phone for his boy Mace tonight. He'll be on the phone giving me updates. So we're gonna have that covered for you tonight, folks. So so you're gonna get a lot of coverage with me up here. You can bet on that. So it's gonna be interesting tonight and tomorrow night. Friday, Saturday, I don't care. I mean, you guys let me know how you feel. I'll be up here Saturday about 6:30 Eastern time. Get ready for the Bruins and the Maple Leafs game 4 and the Heat and the Celtics game 3. I'll be getting ready for both. So, you NBA guys, uh, so far, it's like I've been saying, how the hell do you lose to Miami without Jimmy Butler last night? This is why I don't take the Celtics seriously. Now, of course, they'll win that series. They better win that series because I'm gonna be real with you. They better win that. You talk about heads rolling. If they lose that series without Jimmy, I think what kills the Eastern Conference, folks, that four big stars. Well, I don't consider Randall a big star, but he's the next big star after Brunson. So he's out. Embiid is on one leg. Giannis and Jimmy are out. So, that's all I can tell you. We'll see who makes moves tonight. Game four Bruins and game three Vegas going to be cooking. Do I think the receivers? No, because uh, they already said ball golf, and I'm glad you back in here because I read to the audience for 20 minutes what the fans in Phoenix holding the players and the GM accountable for why they see the handwriting on the wall. They are going to get beaten down by the Timberwolves this weekend. If it doesn't happen Friday night, tomorrow night, it damn sure is going to happen Sunday. I don't know. Buffalo's GM Brandon Bean said they will find wide receivers later in the draft. That was his exact quote to the fan base last week. So I have no idea what receiver the the Bills are going to go for. Packers, Eagles, Steelers, Texans, Falcons, Cardinals, uh, and who else? Those are the teams who got multiple second rounders and third rounders. And I don't know who Buffalo is going to go for. Bargo says Son's Twitter is wild, not gonna lie. Yeah, I tried to tell you guys. I tried to tell you. And here's the scary part for Phoenix. Okay. Edwards was 2 for 11. He only had 11 points in game two. And they tried to get Cat out of the game so bad, the referees in game two. That's not gonna happen in Phoenix. And on the Phoenix side, McDaniels has played such mind games and read on Booker. And like I said to you the other day, Bargoff, Bradley Beal has proven in this series why he's a loser so far. Tried to tell you. When you be in a losing environment your entire career, and then you sign a big extension to stay, and then after you get laughed at, which Bradley Beal was laughed at, he finally got out. Let me find that thumbnail about the Suns. I'm gonna find it. Let me find it for Bargoff. I said this, and Auntie signed off on it. Let me find that thumbnail for Bargoff. Let me find it for me. I'll find it. Should be right about here. Let me see if this is it. No, it's not it. So if this is not it, then it's before this one. But let me find it for you. Let me find it for you. Where is it? Let me find it for you. No, it's not this one. God damn. I know I did the thumbnail and I showed it here. Let me see if this is it. Okay, now I know where I'm at. Now I know exactly where I'm at. Let me try this one more time. I knew I was right where I was at before. Should be about right here. That's all you need to know, folks. What the fuck is this fucking Dame thumbnail? Shouldn't be Dame at all. Here's all you need to know, folks. I saw this disaster coming. Damn, what the hell happened to that thumbnail? I know I did it. Let me see if this is. Let me see something. So, folks, like I said before about this draft tonight, should be fascinating. We're gonna have fun up here later tonight. Moss, Tackman, Clan Killer, and we're gonna roll this shit the right way. We'll get you good people entertained. I don't think this is it because let me see. No, that's not it. I don't know how the hell that came up. Uh, that is definitely not it. But I'll find that thumbnail, folks. Just to let you know, I set it up here when that trade happened for Bradley Beal. I said, "Good luck with that trade, Phoenix. Good luck with it." That was my exact quote, and I stuck by it. And it hasn't disappointed. Let me tell you that. There you go. There you go. Did I predict this? This was on June the 19th, folks. I predicted this. There you go, Bargoff. This was June the 19th when this thumbnail was made that I predicted this was going to happen. Six is going to be under fire again if they lose tomorrow. Yes, I think it's Philadelphia, and and Max sees a UFA. I think if Philadelphia loses this series to the Knicks, there will be household changes in Philadelphia. I didn't see Anthony Davis comments. Let me go take a look at that. Let me see what AD had to say. I can easily bring those up. Let me see what Davis had to say now. I mean, I'm sorry, the Lakers. I'm sorry that you can't bully the Nuggets like you tried to. No one's scared of you, LA. No one's scared of you. That's the sad part about the Lakers. No one's afraid of you. Wow. All right, Anthony Davis blamed Darvin Ham for game 2 loss. According to my good buddy Brian Windhorst, I'm being sarcastic. Zion will not play in the first round. That series is definitely over. You know, Giannis won't be back to probably late second round, if not the conference finals, if Milwaukee doesn't get there. If Milwaukee gets there, and of course Miami with Jimmy's out for a while. They're looking at if they make it to the conference final, that's when he be back. So, so Anthony Davis blames the coach why they didn't win. Why don't the Lakers for once stop throwing people in the bus and come to the realization no one gives a fuck about you except your bandwagon fans in Southern California? Okay? All right? And that is the facts. Okay? Laker fans around the world and out in Southern California, you guys have passed the time. I've been saying that. Look at the Lakers' history from 2013 to 2022. And then you come back to me about this franchise. Okay. So, but let me get back to the Suns. Bill, look, when it mattered the most on Tuesday night, Bill wasn't getting it done. When it mattered the most in game 1, Bill wasn't getting it done in the fourth quarter. As far as Booker goes, hey, if McDaniels is proven to everyone in America who is watching that series or putting money on this series, Booker's getting locked down by McDaniel. And you saw they got into the altercation. The referees gave the technical foul to McDaniel, and McDaniel shut everybody up in the fourth quarter because he was clutch. Again, Edwards 11 points, 2 on 11 shooting. Come on now, and you get routed at home on the road. I keep telling you guys, if it gets to this next weekend, Denver, Minnesota is going to be an all-out war in the Western Conference. Minnesota wants what Denver has. Denver knows it. Denver knows it. And that's going to be a phenomenal series in the West. I think the Mavs can still beat the Clippers. It's 1-1. That I said to you when you was up here Sunday night. That series is long from over. Uh, uh, Clippers and Mavericks, long from over. I think that will go 7. I think the other series in the West are about to be over. But folks, you see that thumbnail right there? I said that back on June 19th when the trade was made. I made that thumbnail up on purpose. Disaster in the desert. Even Moss called it. Yeah. Me, Moss, and Auntie, we all called it. You got a man on the left who no one gives credit for his championships. And once uh Curry won without him and the series MVP without him, that's all Curry needed. Booker talks well, but his usage is high. Yeah, Booker's getting locked down by McDaniel. If it's not McDaniel, it's Anthony Edwards is locking him down. All you need in an NBA playoff is take one player away, and you see in the Lakers series, I said it last year. All these guys are up here. No, no. What did the Nuggets do? They took away Reeves. Lakers swept. You take Reeves away from the Lakers, they're done. Why? LeBron James teams rely on 3-point shooting. And if he doesn't have it consistently, or you take out their best 3-point shooter, Lakers, any team LeBron is on is done. Plain and simple. It's proven. When he won those championships in Miami, he had Mike Miller, he had Shane Battier, he had Ray Allen. Okay? Let's not kid ourselves. All right? Who bailed him out to win his lucky ass third championship at the end of the game? Who hit the 3-pointer? Kyrie. Not him. The only time LeBron James hit a big shot in his life was when he beat Orlando, luckily, in game 2 back in 2009. And Orlando won that series in 6. And my old buddy down there for the Orlando Sentinel, Mike Bianchi, had the T-shirts made up back then. LeBron who? I remember that back in 2000. Shout out to my dog, Mike Bianchi. I don't know if he's still writing for the Orlando Sentinel. My man had the T-shirts LeBron who printed back in 2000. Speaking of that, Jameer Nelson, it tells you how long time flies. I believe his son is going to Villanova. Look at that. Looks just like his daddy. Shout out to Jameer Nelson and his son. But yeah, okay. That's the only big shot LeBron James ever hit in his life to win a playoff game. 2009, 15 years ago, and still lost that series to Jameer Nelson, Turkoglu, and Dwight Howard. Hated that shot. Thankfully, we won the series. Ain't winning with Doc. Yeah, Milwaukee's done. I think forget the media. Jimmy Haslam is going to lose his mind now for his quarterback is throwing good again in Cleveland, Deshaun Watson. Oh, Jimmy's going to lose. They lose this, and I think they will lose to Indiana. I do believe that. Indiana is the better team. They beat them 5 times. They beat them 4 out of 5 this year, healthy, with a healthy Giannis and a healthy Dame this year. That's why Milwaukee wanted them so bad, and they may regret it. Orlando got any cojones to bog off. They'll win tonight. Yeah, I think the Magic with their fans. It's been a long, long time with their fan base. I see the Magic winning tonight in Orlando. And it's going to be nice to hear the PA announcer go. First when they introduced the Cavaliers tonight, when they be going, who are you? Who? It's gonna be great to hear that again. And it's be great when they make free throws. You hear that magic, um, Disney magic, sound effect when they make free throws. So unfortunately, I will not be. I'll probably catch Game 4 of that series on Saturday before I come on the air. But it's gonna be great to see the Orlando crowd tonight in Central Florida tonight for the Magic. If I was betting tonight, I would bet on the Magic tonight to win game 3 of that series. 11 minutes left, folks. We're gonna go out with the NFL one more time. Let me make some checks. Big Money Sean will be hitting me up tonight. So I'm gonna have my cell phone right next to me. When you hear that sound, that whistle, that means someone hit me up with something happening. All right, Les Snead gonna be talking his bullshit about how genius he was when he luckily won a Super Bowl 3 years ago. I don't want to hear from Les Snead, okay, and his bullshit, okay. All right, they're not doing that. They're doing it by video. I don't care. All right, Roger Goodell will be up there. He had back surgery 3 weeks ago, but he will not be hugging the players tonight because of his bad back. Marvin Harrison Jr. hasn't signed a licensing agreement with the NFL, but he will be wearing New Balance this season. He signed a monster deal, so he goes with Coco Gauff, um, Otani, and Kawhi gets New Balance, and so does the great Jamal Murray. Ball golf, since you're in the chat, what do you think about Jamal Murray now after Monday night? That's why Jamal Murray is a champion. And we'll see what your boy Halliburton does next round, head to head, with either Maxey or Jalen Brunson. Jaden Daniels makes just too many upside for the Commanders not to take him. He doesn't feel Washington. That's the problem. He doesn't like it really. It came out of his own mouth. He said he's just not feeling it. He's not feeling it. That's what he said. All right. So, and speaking of that, did you see Marvin Harrison a couple of days? I'm talking about senior. He talked more, talking about his son and how his son's gonna handle things, how they're gonna handle things. I'm like, Marvin, what was this talking other than going at T.O. at the Hall of Fame when T.O. didn't get picked for Canton and you did? When you had smoke for T.O.? What was this? All right, Higgins, once out of Cincinnati, we'll follow that tonight and definitely tomorrow night because that's when players get traded tomorrow night. All right, here are the legendary players that will announce draft picks. All right, for Carolina tomorrow night, it'll be Musim Muhammad. For the Patriots, it'll be Mike Owen Nuno, who's already on the team. Leonard Davis for Arizona. Darrell Green for the Redskins. Ralph Bernerska for the Chargers. That's a name me and Moss haven't heard in a long time. Beat cancer, by the way, Ralph Bernerska. In the days when they didn't have the cancer medicine like they do now. It's good to see Ralph. We'll see him tomorrow night. Warren Moon for the Titans. That's a beautiful move. Troy Vincent for the Panthers. Are you serious? Troy Vincent for the Redskins. Why? This is a name. I'm gonna imitate this for Packer fans out there. Brian Bulaga, Iowa. Brian Bulaga will pick for Green Bay. Kristen Harris is a current Texans player. He'll pick tomorrow night. Well, everybody. Look who's picking for the Falcons tomorrow night. It's going to be great to see him. Bad Moon Rising. That's right. The man who left eye burnt down his mansion 30 years ago. God bless that beautiful queen. Andre Rison is making the pick for the Falcons tomorrow night. Shout out to Andre Rison. Jim Plunkett for the Raiders. Taysom Hill for the Saints. Zaire Franklin for the Colts. Tiki Barber for the Giants. Okay, they made up a little bit. I remember this player, James Stewart. What a running back he was before Fred Taylor for the Jaguars. Bengals are making a change for their player representative. I guess it could have been T. Higgins, but I guess Brandon Graham, who's already on the Eagles, will make their pick. Pat Fairmouth, who's a Steeler already, will make their pick. Isaac Bruce will pick for the Rams tomorrow. Brandon Graham again for the Eagles. Carl Nassib for the Cleveland Browns. Carl Nassib. The reason why you people didn't know him, he was a great offensive guard for the Browns during their losing years in the 2010s. Well, look at this, you Dolphin fans. I wonder is Reasons making the trip to Detroit? It's close to where he lives. I can see him going down from Ontario down there. His buddy and Dolphin, you can call him a Dolphin legend if you want to. Richmond Webb is making the pick for the Cowboys. I mean, for the Dolphins, because the Cowboys are right underneath. That's why I made that mistake. Chad Hennings, the Air Force, the Air Force attendee, will be the Tampa Bay. Will be William Goslin. He's already on William Golston. He's already on the team. Brian, let me do it again. Brian Balaga, Iowa. He's making the pick again for the Packers. Harris again for the Texans. Aaron Williams for the Bills. Remember him in the late early 21st century? He's making the pick. Barry Sanders for the Lions. Haloti Nada. That's a nice pick for the Ravens. Jamal Charles for the Chiefs. Be nice to see him. And some, I forgot who this player is, but he's representing the 49ers, Spice Adams. I don't remember Spice Adams for the Niners. Then in the third round is Muhammad again, Leonard Davis again, Daryl Green again, Troy Vincent again. Troy Vincent, the teams who Troy Vincent is speaking for, they don't really have a representative showing up. The Chargers is again Ralph Bernerska, Tiki Barber for the Giants again, Troy Vincent for the Cardinals. So the Cardinals got two buys picking for them. This tells you how lost the Jets are. Braylon Edwards really for the Jets tomorrow night in the third round. Calvin Johnson for Detroit. Andre Rison again for Atlanta. Peanut Tillman's with the FBI, by the way, for the Bears. Broncos is Tony Sheffer. Okay. Raiders is Plunkett. Redskins is Troy Vincent. Falcons is Troy Vincent. Husman Zada for the Bengals. Tyler Lockett for the Seahawks. Isaac Bruce again for the Rams. Fairmouth for the Steelers. So Pat Fairmouth is going to spend tomorrow night in Detroit. Okay. Troy Vincent's picking for the Texans. Oh, come on, man. Carl Nassib for the Browns again. Troy Vincent again for the Packers. Why can't you let Brian Bulaga pick it again? Come on, man. Do better. William Golston for Tampa again. Troy Vincent will pick for Green Bay in the third round. That don't make sense. Well, guess who's picking for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? This will make all you WCW, NWA, WWE fans very happy. Woo! You got it. The Nature Boy Ric Flair will be picking tomorrow night for let me make sure I got it right. For the Buccaneers. He lives in Tampa now, Ric Flair. Jamal Charles for the Chiefs. James Stewart for the Jaguars. Usman Zada for the Bengals. And Troy Vincent would make the last three picks of the third round himself. And Hiodi Naga will be picking for the Ravens tomorrow night. So those are the guys, the players who will be picking tomorrow night at the draft. You'll see them tomorrow night. So we're just about done here. Andre Bad Moon, exactly. No more fires, I hope. Let me get out of here. I want to thank Bargoff. I want to thank Raven Knight. I know Mr. Miami's in the building. I'm doing good, family. You're going to see your boy Ric Flair tomorrow night, picking for the Buccaneers tomorrow night, 305. I especially want to thank Moss. Me and Moss will be together again tonight, 7:30 Eastern Time, getting you guys ready. Bargoff, appreciate you. All you guys who came up, people in the clouds, I thank you very much. We'll pick this back up tonight. Let me say thank you to everybody. Me and Moss be together tonight. But Tack Man will be up here. So if Tack doesn't get here early, me and Moss will tell you. He'll tell you his opinion. You know me, I don't really care until we get to the Vikings and see what they're gonna do. The Giants, Tennessee wants to trade up uh, to get one of those two receivers. Um, the Jets, if they don't trade up, they'll take uh, uh, the tight end from Georgia with their 10th pick tonight. So I appreciate you guys being here, and we'll do this again 7:30 tonight. In a little over 3 hours from now. You guys are the best. I really thank you and appreciate you. And we're gonna have fun tonight. Me, Moss, and Tackman up here tonight. If Tackman comes a little late, it'll be me and Moss breaking it down for you. And let me give a shout out to Pete, because Pete was a good sport when he came up here. He knew I was gonna roast him tonight, and he was trolling and he smiled. But the advice I gave him, he hates Tua so much. I don't like Tua. I don't hate Tua. He hates Tua. I told him, no, you can still be a Dolphin fan and follow Justin Herbert. He's your boy. You loved him in that draft. And everybody won in that 2020 draft, by the way. I'm a Jordan Love guy. Manzano, Flipside Fishing, they were also Justin Herbert guys. I don't know who Moss wanted. Moss, put down who you wanted in that 2020 draft before we go. Let me say what's up to 305. And I had to sit and wait with Jordan Love. And to me, it was worth the wait. I mean, like I said back then, I had more fun watching football this past season than I've had in years. Why? My boy not only was entertaining, he won big games. Now, I would like to take back the Tampa Bay game and the Atlanta game, which I will talk about Saturday night, by the way. Saturday night, I'll make my predictions. Who are the division winners? Who gets in? And I'm going to hold off on my Super Bowl pick only because I want to see what the Chiefs do to get some receivers in there. Remember, Mahomes had won back-to-back Super Bowls without Tyreek Hill, who, in my opinion, is clearly the best receiver in football. Now, it's not even an argument with me. Tyreek and my good buddy Devontae Adams. Okay, and we won't get into Devontae Adams stories right now, but I had a lot of them last year. So, Mr. Miami will join us tonight up here early. I hope there's no wrestling tonight. I mean, goddamn, wrestling gotta take a goddamn day off. They're on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. Goddamn. So we'll see 305. He'll join us tonight. He can join Moss and he can join me. If he joins me, I'll bring him up right away on the panel. Big Money Sean will be on the phones, hit me up with rumors, what he's hearing. So we're gonna have this all covered tonight and tomorrow night. Saturday night, I don't care. Steve DeBerg. Yeah, 305. When the hell is your professional wrestler gonna have a damn day off? Shit. All right, Mr. Miami be on the sideline tonight early. He'll be munching on his food. Yeah, vote on more Sports World the poll his poll tonight. I'm gonna vote in there before we start going live tonight. So I'm done. I'm out of here. Thank you to all you guys. 305, get home safely. So you too, Mars. You guys get home safely. Bargoff, get home safely. And we'll see you tonight up here at 7:30 Eastern live. Oh, I'll do it for you. And remember, no sex, no drugs, no women. We'll see you 7:30 tonight Eastern. Tackman will be up here. And no Obama phones. Brah. Be good, everybody. Tackman and Moss will be up with me up here tonight. We'll break down the draft pick by pick, and we'll be watching closely what the Vikings do, the Giants, and Tennessee and the Chargers, what they're going to do early in the draft. Moss is cracking up. Of course, no napping. I'll be up tonight, man. I'm gonna take me a nap right now. Make my dinner. Fried chicken wings tonight, 305. Let me get out of here. Thanks for coming, everybody. Good day from the Oasis, everybody. Get home safely from the plantation. LinkedIn, Twitch, X, Facebook, IG. Thank you for joining us. I'll see you tonight. Be back here tonight for the big show tonight. Our fourth annual NFL draft. Proud to do it. Proud to give it to you. Appreciate all the support you guys have given me the last 3.5 years. And on September 6th, we will explode with everything new up here. And we'll be in Sao Paulo, Brazil. We'll be in Sao Paulo. Hertz versus Love, Friday night, September the 6th, as the phenomenon, which is Jordan Love, takes on Jalen Hurts. September the 6th. We'll have it for you up here. Have a great day, evening, everybody. Get home safely. See you back here in 3 hours. And Saturday, oh yeah, I got Saskatoon Blades playoffs here, Mace. Hockey versus Moose Jaw Warriors. So no NHL stream. You got it, boss. Come in here for the. Well, I'm not gonna do the NBA. I'm gonna watch it before I come up here at 6 o'clock. But you guys know the drill. See you in 3 hours, everybody. I appreciate you. Mr. Miami with the Green Bay Poison. No Oasis. Okay, let me get out of here. Tuesday, you mentioned. Yeah, Tuesday NHL, no doubt. We'll do it Tuesday night and Monday night. I'll be on with you Monday night too. So, I mean, no, not Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Moss. Tuesday, Wednesday, NHL. 2078. We'll see you. We'll see you later tonight in exactly 3 hours, everybody. See you then.